Good afternoon. Hope everyone is having a beautiful day. Today on my story, uh, I've been making new cards. It's time for a new energy shift. I don't know if anybody else is feeling it today. Um, one of the ones was number 9. Get the mermaid card, y'all. Best for frequency messages, right? On this one, I put, never assume the person of peace is not also skilled in the ways of war. And then I've been drawing the tarot cards every day, right? To go with it. And I actually, so if you know anything about this card usually represents like a peaceful homecoming, right? In this particular deck, in the back, someone is clearly sharpening their claws on the foundational post of this piece, right? However, when I pulled this card from this deck, it was in reverse. Let's talk about that. I am a person that has always been hella, hella underestimated, overlooked, talked down on. Most of my life, I felt the need to overprove myself because of these things, and I would always come rushing in to defend my name and save the day, right? For example, on one of my more recent trips back home to Georgia, after I had gotten sober, this was actually another one of those times during my branch manager days. Um, we were actually at one of my sister's houses this evening. They were drinking. They were in the corner, like whispering. When I asked them about what, they was like, "Oh, we were just talking about money." And okay, that's cool. Why y'all feel the need to whisper and put out the sissy energy about it, though? I can't remember the exact words that were said. But said sister said to me, because they didn't want to make me feel bad, because I didn't have the same kind of money as them, basically. I guess the types of jobs that I worked were not on par with their type of work. Yeah. However, the way that I always view things is, I think the man that stands on their feet for 8 to 12 hours a day putting in the labor actually should get paid more than the motherfuckers sitting on their ass playing on their computers and talking shit. But maybe that's just me. Then it's always the woman sitting on their ass playing on the computers talking shit all day. Putting the ones down that stand on their feet 8 to 12 hours and treating them like dirt underneath their shoe. If said person though wasn't putting in all that labor, then you would have to be putting in all that labor. So you should probably thank them kindly for doing the work that you didn't want to do and move on with your life. Thing is we all come from the dirt. We're all going back to the dirt. Nobody's dirt is more or less dirty than anybody else's dirt. Maybe that's just me too. Alright, so after my first husband and I separated, I moved in with my grandmother. When I was living with her, I was working in the salon at the time, in the little JC Penney salon. Um, and there were points in time that my grandmother would have surgery, and I would go and take care of her. At this time, I was taking care of her. I didn't mind taking care of her. Even when I didn't live with her, I would go pick her up and I'd take care of her. In fact, when I got ready to leave for Texas, one of the things I was worried about was who was going to take my nan and all her doctor's appointments, right? And then my office guy started to show up. He was there. He took her all her stuff. A few years in after that, he had a heart attack and just dropped. He actually was not very old. 52, 52, I think. Well, I bring this up because at another point in my sobriety, I had offered to. They, it's getting hearing a lot of static, complaints, this. So it was while I was looking for work, doing my little art business, and I had extra time. So I volunteered to step up since they were so overburdened and take some off their plate and help take care of it. I'm not. I feel like I owe this woman. I still do. Like she's done so much for my little family and I love her. And well, I got met with. I'm not even sure what they would call it. So it's whatever. I put it aside. It people can have their perceptions, think what they think, do what they want. I offered help. It was thrown back in my face, and so I backed off. That's what I'm gonna do every time. I'm only gonna offer to help where I feel like it needs, and then if you just want to attack me for it and make assumptions and everything else, well, I'm sorry, didn't have effort. Well, complain. Why complain? Unless you're just looking for attention. Anyways, um, a lot of things started happening over the past year or so. A lot of information started falling in my lap. And it all started with me just noticing one little slight shift in a pattern somewhere. And it's like the rest of the patterns of everywhere all come crashing down at the same time. My tower moment, if you will. I guess sometimes when you've been naive long enough and enough crap's going on, but you always had good enough attention so that God literally is gonna rip those glasses right off your face and make you see what's going on. And that's where I'm gonna leave this one for right now.